Well, being a pioneer is never easy, starting off, and even as you talk about the collaboration with other institutions and bringing in experienced and people, you still have a situation where you're starting from the scratch. Well, that is where we'll go next. After this short break, we'll be back with more on the Federal University of Transportation in Daura, Katsina State. Stay with us. Thanks for staying with us. I still have here the Vice Chancellor of the Federal University of Transportation, Daura in Katsina State, Professor Umar Adam Gaziel Eminai. Just before the break, I drew your attention to the fact that you're a pioneer. I mean, you're the pioneer VC. The institution itself is a pioneer institution. And of course, you now have pioneer students and pioneer academic staff. So it's a whole new beginning. That is not an easy situation, is it?
At all. It wasn't easy at all. It was very challenging, and interestingly also, I'm somebody that like challenging tasks, and therefore it was not that difficult for me to navigate. And another interesting thing is that my appointment as the Vice Chancellor, it didn't come as a surprise, because I had been given a contribution, some known, some unknown. Even when they started the building, I foresee it, that there's no involvement of the Federal Ministry of Education, and also there's no Establishment Act. So also this is one of the universities, if there are, that started with an Establishment Act.
Well, you're a lawmaker, you're a former lawmaker, yes, so you should know that.
Yes, know that. Because many of these universities now in Nigeria, the federal universities, many of them are still using the fiat, the pronouncement by Federal Executive Council, but they don't have an Establishment Act passed by the National Assembly and assented into law by the President. However, for this university, we not started before the establishment. The establishment of the Act was even in 2022, Act number 34 of the National Assembly. The Act, the law was passed in 2022 in April by the Senate, then concurred by the House of Representatives in November. You see, even the gap in November, and then was communicated to Mr. President in March 2023. And by March 30th, Mr. President assented it into law. So even before my appointment, we have Act which we contributed to see the light of the day. And before my appointment, the then Minister of Transportation, Honorable Sambojaji, constituted a committee they call Interim Management Committee, which I headed, with members from the Federal Ministry of Transportation, from the NUC, from the Ministry of Education, and also from the company constructing, as well as the company overseeing the construction of the university. Right. So we had members in that committee which we started working, putting things together, visited relevant institutions like NITT, what we call National Institute of Transport Technology in Zaria, some relevant universities, and also agencies in Nigeria. And then putting this document I mentioned, so that immediately after my appointment in May 2023, most of the tasking work we had started. And then immediately after that, I constituted the relevant committees, which fine-tune this document and also comment with committee to look and hunt for these relevant lecturers we need. Because some will beg them, please come and contribute. Because some are already occupied with their work somewhere. So please come so that you give your own contribution. And to God be the glory, we have gotten sufficient. Additionally, you know, when we are starting, even the employment, you have to have some document on ground, document that will lead, even the appointment. You must have document for appointment of the senior and junior staff.
Right.
Isn't it? Such a document, and also research document, and so many other documents needed to run the university academically and also administratively. And also looking at the students are coming. What do you need? The hostel, and thank God that company built hostel for both male and female students. And we have 16 classrooms, well furnished, and lecture halls. But maintaining those yes, structures, new structures, very fine, and with attitude of student. Yes, so putting things together to see that things went well. And another very challenging thing for this university was that the university was not in the 2023 appropriation.
Right.
So
So
no,
that's